Hey everyone, it's Madeline, and this video is all about what to expect when visiting Bryce Canyon National Park. Bryce Canyon is located in southwestern Utah and is one of the mighty 5 Utah national parks. This is an incredible national park that has grown in popularity in recent years. There are just a few things we think you should know before heading out to the park. If you find this video helpful, be sure to give it a like. And if you want to see more videos like this, be sure to hit that subscribe button. Our subscribers help shape our future adventures. If you stick around until the end of the video, we'll discuss our own trip to Bryce Canyon National Park. Know before you go, Bryce Canyon has one main road that runs north-south through the park. The first 3 miles into the park is where a majority of the most popular trailheads and overlooks are located. If you drive further into the park, you can continue this scenic drive up to Rainbow Point. There is a National Park Service shuttle into the park from Bryce Canyon City. The shuttle travels through the park and drops you off at various popular stops along the way. It's not mandatory to take the shuttle, but if you're worried about driving or parking, this can make your day easier. Bryce Canyon does get snowstorms in the winter, so the ideal time to go would be late spring to fall. Summers do get hot in the desert, but Bryce Canyon is usually fairly comfortable all summer long. Bryce Canyon National Park is located an hour away from Zion National Park. While the parks are pretty much right next to each other, there is quite a bit of travel between them. We wouldn't recommend doing both parks in one day. You want to make sure you have ample time to enjoy both of these beautiful parks. Bryce Canyon National Park is full of ponderosa pine trees. One fun fact about these trees is that the bark gives off a butterscotch or vanilla scent. If you're feeling a little adventurous on your hike, go on and smell some trees. Things to do. Hiking is the main activity in this park, and there are several great trails to explore. Navajo Loop and Queen's Garden Loop Trail. This combination loop trail is a great one if you want to get out into the park but don't have all day. It's a loop so you're able to stay the course and not get lost out in the canyon. This moderate 2.9-mile loop is one of the most popular in the park. Rim Trail. If you don't feel like climbing down into the canyon, then this trail is for you. You can take in the sights of the hoodoos below without having to make the trek back up. You can stop off at Sunrise and Sunset Point for great views into the Bryce Canyon Amphitheater. Fairyland Loop. This 8-mile loop is a bit more strenuous than others in the park, but it does tend to be less crowded. If you have a full day in the park, then this trail would be a great option for you to get out amongst the hoodoos in the canyon below. Dixie National Forest. The Dixie National Forest is located right outside of Bryce Canyon and offers some great hiking and beautiful views and tends to be less crowded than the park itself. Where to stay? The Lodge at Bryce Canyon National Park is the only lodge located inside the park and is steps from the Bryce Canyon Amphitheater. As always, lodges inside national parks can be more expensive and book up far in advance. There are 2 campgrounds located inside the park that are open from spring to fall. The North Campground is first come first serve, while the Sunset Campground accepts reservations. Both have RV hookups and tent camping. Bryce Canyon City is the town right outside of the park and has chain hotels and lodging available. The area around Bryce Canyon National Park and Zion National Park has built up in the last few years, and there are privately owned rental cabins and campgrounds all along the route between the 2 parks. Kanab is an hour and a half away from the park and offers several hotel options. Springdale and St. George are much farther away and located closer to Zion, but if you're planning on visiting both parks, then this could be another option to explore. As I mentioned earlier in the video, we're now going to discuss our own trip to Bryce Canyon National Park. So what surprised you about Bryce Canyon?
For me, what surprised me was the fact that this is a canyon, and yet you really got to get up close and personal with the park. So we've been to other canyons like the Grand Canyon or the Black Canyon or the Gunnison, and you kind of stand there and look at it. And you can go down the Grand Canyon, but I think it's quite a haul, and it's maybe something we want to do in the future. But in this one, it was very accessible to just walk down the path, get to the floor, and I just thought the floor was very cool. You could walk around the different hoodoos, different perspectives of the park, and it was absolutely stunning from the top, from the middle, and from the bottom. So that's what I liked about it the most, was that you can just go and get up close and personal with this park.
What kind of surprised me about the park was just how once you get in the park, pretty much everything that you want is right there in the first 3 miles, because the amphitheater is pretty much right inside the park, and all the trailheads and the major trailheads that you want to take are all lined up right there along the rim. So there's really, you don't have to travel too far to get to where you want to go, which is kind of nice because some parks you're traveling all over the place. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to give us a like. And if you want to see more from our trip to Bryce Canyon National Park, be sure to check out our vlog up on our channel now.